Welcome along to episode 7 of Joga Bonito, the sometimes beautiful game of Scottish football. I'm here with Fraser, Gordon, Callum Rattray, and it's myself, Luke. How are we all doing, fellas?
Very well, thanks, yeah. Not too bad.
Yep.
Callum?
Very excited. We're all sat with our Scotland shirts on today because it is going to be a big week for the Scotland national team. You boys excited for that?
Yeah, can't wait.
I'm actually wearing Luke's Scotland shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
good on you.
No, it's a lovely kit. I've always wanted one of these.
Right.
You've got one now.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry, pal.
never going to see it again.
So we're saying the sun is shining here in Stenhousemuir. Where else would we want to record this video? The Scotland national team heading out to Greece. Who'd want to be there when you can be here, eh?
Well, exactly.
And sunny Steny.
Exactly. Steny it beats Athens any day.
Oh, yes.
We considered recording from the Acropolis, but
Last minute decision.
yeah.
The sun's out here. It's 5 degrees. What
Yeah.
could you possibly need?
Positively banning.
Maybe in September or October when the World Cup qualifiers are on, because we've got them obviously
Yeah.
twice, so we can maybe do that. Our budget might stretch to Athens.
I know, yeah. The budget
then-
has been stretched so far on this
Yeah,
podcast.
it has, yes.
So looking at this Appleware he's got on the table here, eh? Sell that, get us out to Athens, you know?
Yeah, that beautiful haircut as well. That's sitting back up over
He
to.
seems to have a new haircut every week when we start recording.
I know. Boys can't record until a certain time. You know, I've got to get my haircut in. This man, he's got to look good for the camera, and well, he does.
He does.
The
It's
result
worth every
is
penny. All right. That's how we get the views on this.
Yeah.
Eh?
that's him. New haircut, and the opening line. This man is the
The anchor.
anchor. Yeah,
Trust coming in clutch for the haircut today, I would say.
anchor with
Shout
the
out
W.
to Chris. Yeah.
What a guy.
So we'll come on to the Scotland action in a little bit. We're not too upset. We're not out in Greece. We'll say you can get plenty of good Greek food here in Scotland. Also, shout
All
out-
over.
I want to give a shout out to Cafe Ina and Starling. That has to be in there.
That is. And look, have you been to any Greek establishments
Went to a place in Glasgow last Saturday. It was cracking.
called?
It was called Yamas, I think. Yeah, Yamas.
What did you have?
Oh, a wee gyros.
Oh,
A wee gyros and a mythos.
We are souvlaki men.
Yeah, we
Or a
do.
full meze. Go full in.
Yeah.
All the dips, olives, all that kind of.
Tzatziki.
Oh, a gyros all the way, lads, to be fair. That's me.
What's that one? Tarma salata or something?
Oh,
wow.
some Kalamata
Just know
olives
your
to start.
just know your stuff. boys.
Look, the Greek have got food. I'll
They
give them that.
really
They
do.
do.
They do not have
Yeah.
a football team that's going to beat Scotland this week. And the theme for this episode is going to be predicting our Scotland starting lineups, or debating them, I suppose, and we'll come on to that very soon. But we have a bit of news to react to, lads. Where do you want to start to from what's happened in the last few days of Scottish football?
There's been a few sergeants, Callum.
There's been a few, yeah.
It has.
It's always sad.
Thankfully not Steve Clark, but there has been a few. Callum Davidson's lost his job.
Yeah.
Michael Tidser.
Yeah.
And Callum Elliott making up 20% of our draft five-a-side
No, we were saying that.
manager
Terrible
teams.
timing. So first one we'll do then, the Callum Davidson one. You guys surprised by that one at all?
Big surprise, actually. Like, when that broke, I was working on the radio and they were like, oh, just some breaking news here from Queen's Park. Callum Davidson's been sacked. And I was just sat there like, oh, wow.
Working on the radio, this guy.
live reaction there.
Yeah, proper. Wow.
We got to look for life. Going, wow.
One word to sum up the sergeant, look. Wow.
I was sitting staring at a wall when the news came through, so
And what did you say? Oofed.
I said, oh, wow.
That's what I said as well.
No, I can't remember when I was. It's not one of those moments I'll look back in years to come and
they'll be
I
saying-
remember when I was when Callum Davidson lost his job.
Well, Luke was on the radio. I'll tell people that. I don't know where I was, but I know where Luke was.
I know where my pal was.
But that, in Luke's defence, that was a shock, I think.
Yeah,
He's
that
had
wasn't well.
an interesting few months as Callum Davidson. Great success in the cups,
Feels
lack of success in the league.
feels harsh, especially him getting them to a cup final, the SPFL Trust Trophy, not getting the chance to take them out for that. I always think that's a bit of a shame when a manager has that fate, unfortunately, after a good cup run. The league, it is a bit of a precarious place to be in that middle pack in the Championship. Yeah. Only 6 points in front of Dunfermline, who have been on a good run of form themselves, and then probably looking a bit too far away from promotion. But I'm not entirely sure what the goals are for a club like Queen's Park. I presume it's got to be promotion. I guess that's what they must be imagining there.
Well, challenging playoffs, that team there.
Yeah, so being up there, so maybe they're looking over the shoulder a bit, which is sort of the case for a lot of the teams.
They've invested relatively heavily. I mean, I guess getting Callum Davidson in, they've got Danny Wilson, Zach Rudden.
Yeah, they've got some good loan signings in. That was part of the statement. Leon King coming in, that kind of signing.
Oh yeah,
as well.
I thought Leon King, that was a great signing. But...
Yeah, so they're obviously, their ambitions probably are the playoffs, and I guess they're in a position where, yes, they're maybe looking over their shoulder, but they're also in a kind of a position to strike, maybe to try and push Thistle for a 4th place. So they're obviously...
I don't think they are. I think they've dropped off a bit too much now.
Because
Morton's there, Rafe's in there.
Yeah.
They'd have to finish above everyone to do that, and they probably have to win virtually every game.
But maybe they're just, the board are thinking that they're definitely not going to do that with the form that they're under with Callum Davidson, but if they can get that sort of new manager bounce, maybe they could. Out of nowhere. It's unlikely.
Possibly.
Yes,
I think they're probably more worried about getting sucked into things below.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if Queen's Park finished a steady 7th in the league and won a cup and beat Rangers in the Scottish Cup, that feels like a decent enough season. Maybe it doesn't quite match their goals, but I'd say if you offered that at the start of the season to a Queen's Park fan, I feel like you'd probably take that. So because they are 11 points off the promotion playoffs now, which is going to be a tough ask to turn around. So maybe they are hoping someone could come in and give them a run where they win every game. That's not going to be easy, but a bit of a surprise, I think, overall.
For sure.
But it was only 3 league wins in 4 months.
That's wild when you put it like that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It makes me feel even worse about that 4-0 pumping at Starts Park that they dished out to Rafe Rovers recently. So, a bit of a surprise there, and he could well be a name that's linked to the Dunfermline job we've just touched on there as well. Michael Tidser getting sacked too.
That was a wild one as well, to be fair.
Well, God, I'm not surprised at all myself when I saw it. I was surprised it took so long for them to sack him after the Rafe game, given the reaction of the Dunfermline fans. I don't know. Did either of you catch the game on Friday night?
No, I did see Finlay Pollock's goal though.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't see much else of the game.
Well, I can probably give a bit more of a close-up reaction to that one then, especially as I was standing in front of the Dunfermline fans for 45 minutes who very against Michael Tidser. It was fair to say, very, very much so. They sang the names of about every single team in League One, ole ole. So Kelty away, ole ole. Peterhead away, ole ole. Start singing East Kilbride away, ole ole.
Wow.
So not the best, the most optimistic away support there. So I wasn't surprised about the Tidser thing at all. But sort of a summary of football these days, I guess, that the fact that someone can only last 11 games in a job, it's crazy. It's 11 games. That's it. They were really poor, I'll be honest, on Friday. So I'm not utterly shocked by it. It's quite drastic action. Airdrie, quite scarily, only 6 points behind them now, which was a lot more before. Would have been 4 if they held on against Livingston, of course. Because they only picked up a point, didn't they? So I guess drastic action. It'll be interesting to see Lanzarote John back in the job, and maybe he'll steer them to safety.
Listen, if anyone can do it, it's Lanzarote John.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I feel like half the points he picked up this season were under his 3-game spell. But it does say a lot, isn't it, after only 11 games getting sacked?
Yeah, I feel like to only be given 11 games is kind of what you'd expect maybe from a manager at a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United that are going in for a team like Dunfermline to sack their manager after 11 games. It has to be a poor situation, a dire situation to be in. Otherwise, you would think that there's a bit more forward thinking, a bit more forward planning. Yeah. Yes, okay, results might not have been great, but sometimes it takes a bit of time. Yeah. But
given the huge amount of signings they made as well, January I think was about 7 or 8 signings. So maybe expect they weren't his signings, and
but they were all loans.
Quite a lot of them were loans.
No, most of them were. Sorry,
Connor Young coming in from Edinburgh and stuff like that as well. But interesting.
He's not. I was quite excited to see how he'd get on.
He's just not been started.
Because obviously he was one of the standout performers in the SPFL at the start of the season. Yeah. Top goal scorer, I think, earlier on in the season. So I thought maybe going to Dunfermline that would be a chance for him to step up, but it's just maybe not happened. Maybe Dunfermline wasn't the place for him to go, or Michael Tidser just not quite providing the goods for Dunfermline.
He was obviously doing a good job at Kelty before though, so I've seen some people say he should never got the job in the first place. I can see why he was linked to it, but it's quite funny, the whole thing. I've quite enjoyed it. I've quite been watching on. You're a Falkirk fan. You didn't say that.
No.
Yeah, there's a massive derby apparently between you guys.
I've enjoyed it. It's been quite funny. The whole thing was hilarious. No, I'm kidding. You don't want to see anyone lose their job.
Next time you're standing filming in front of Dunfermline fans, you're gonna regret that comment.
I've just praised them. I said I enjoyed their singing. I was joining in some of it in that second half.
I know.
I'll catch it. Lawrence Shanklin style.
Are you just playing them again this season, or is that it?
That's 5 derbies done.
Oh, of course, that's why he's coming out with that.
And that'll be 5 derbies. That'll be 5 derbies done for a couple of years now. So.
Oh, 5
I was saying they might have two to look forward to next season: Kelty and East Fife. How exciting is that?
He's a brave man
You
today.
got to hope they're going down.
He's the focal and he's not even mentioned they could be 2 divisions above Dunfermline next
Yeah,
season.
I'm
crazy
I'm
is that?
staying out of
That's
this.
mad. That's mad. Anyway, so yes, enough about wee teams. On to Bonnyrigg.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
one.
Yeah.
Drastic action, trying to survive as well, right down at the bottom of League 2. So big call to sack Callum Elliott. Division, the relegation fight looking quite interesting down there because it does look quite precarious. Whoever will finish bottom of League 2, whoever they'll have to face.
Is it only a point between them now or something?
It is very close down there. So
It keeps changing hands.
Yeah.
Fourth have had a bit of a run, but I do feel like whoever comes bottom, Brecon have had a good little run since Ray McCudden came in. East Kilbride will fancy their chances if they're the team to be up there. Whoever it's going to be, we've spoke about that a few times with Bonnyrigg. Do you think drastic action probably required from the way they're looking at it as well?
Yeah, obviously they probably feel like they need a bit of a new manager bounce going into the end of the season, and ultimately it's just don't finish 10th for Bonnyrigg at this point. It'll be because as you say, like that one-off final against either East Kilbride, Brecon, whoever it may be.
Yeah,
That's not where any team wants to be. And as we've discussed before, if you get sucked down that trap door, it's
a dangerous one.
It's dangerous.
They've navigated the Lowland League before and got through it. So but a good community club like that as well. You don't want to see anyone relegated, I suppose, but it'd be a shame for them. You know, an interesting one to see. They took similar action last year. Of course, Robbie Horn got sacked quite surprisingly throughout the season. Callum Elliott gave them that bounce. So maybe looking for the same thing again. Johnny Stewart, club legend there at Bonnyrigg, long-term player, came in from Tranent. I did some research before this as well, lads. There's been a theme between signings between Bonnyrigg and Tranent. Can you guess how many signings Bonnyrigg made from Tranent last summer alone?
I mean,
so
the sort of logical answer would be 1 or 2.
4, and then you can extend it to 5 as well because Brock Watson's since joined after a spell at East Kilbride as well. So five pretty much players that have been in Tranent recently. Whilst going the other way, there's been 6 players that have gone to Tranent from Bonnyrigg in the last couple of years. Dean Brett, Alan Horn, Scott Gray, Johnny Stewart, Connor Doan and Ross Gray, and obviously Johnny Stewart going back now.
Sounds like a money laundering scheme if you ask me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like some sort of SPFL Lowland League wife swap.
It's like how like, do you know how like Maratas just went to like different, like you went to like Real Madrid,
Yeah,
to like Juventus and then to Atletico Madrid, and it was like that triangle for years. It's kind of like that.
I'm not sure if it has the same price tags.
No.
Transfers. Callum Higginbotham, Sean Murphy, Cammy Ross, Kieran Somerville, and Brock Watson all signing for Bonnyrigg. I don't know what the combined transfer fees would be for them. Callum Elliott as well was even Tranent manager for a few years. Spelled Cloud and Beef on his way there. So lots of links. Johnny Stewart wasn't at Tranent for all too long, but seems like he's done a decent sort of enough job. Tranent do have a good team in the Lowland League, but won't be anywhere near the promotion hunt this season. So move back to a club you know as well and see if you can turn around fortunes for them. But that's all the sackings this week. You boys enjoy the derbies this weekend as well. We've mentioned the Fife derby already, so
It's been a weekend of derbies.
it has been. Yeah, we're gonna have a little derby themed challenge coming up.
Oh.
So we'll that in a bit. Old Firm, you enjoyed.
Fantastic planning from us, that.
Yes.
I don't think we have all too much to add on to the Old Firm. People haven't spoke about. What did you guys think about Chinese celebrations?
Oh, that was funny as anything.
It's good. That's the kind of stuff. That's what we like to see. You don't get that down in the.
That's the kind of thing we condone on this podcast.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Great part.
However, it is. I did see Chris Sutton saying, like, you do that if he'd done that in time of Celtic's dominance at Ibrox, he'd get alright talking to and made to do laps of the training ground. And I think it does seem a bit wild that you win a game. Yes, okay, it's first time in years, but to win a game and go 13 points behind your rivals to then give it large is fun. But that's why we love it.
You'll know the meme where it's like Chris Paul sinks a 3-pointer to make the deficit 42 points. Something like that. Yeah.
But the wild thing is, and it is, I mean, okay, it might be inciting violence, I'm not sure, but he squirted water on a couple of people's faces. Not wild. And he's getting the police are getting involved.
I know, he's getting a police probe.
So I really hope that common sense prevails and Cherny is not locked up behind bars. Or he's got a tag round his ankle next week. But yeah, I mean, it is funny. You score a last minute winner away from home against your rivals. You're allowed to Surely, I like to do stuff like that.
Hopefully
But
he's
Did you
expressed.
see Dujon Sterling's post?
no, but I
Yeah, I
also read
saw
about
it,
it.
yeah,
I
Not
didn't
to
actually
be-
see what he said.
My
Though.
barber was talking about it today, and it was pretty funny. It was that he had posted something like, "Oh, finally to get 3 points at this hole," pretty much. I just,
Was
that's
that word
right.
shit by any chance?
Yes, I was wanting to keep it PG, but
Sorry to
okay.
any of our young impression viewers there. It's gone wild here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm all for it.
I
All the
mean,
Derby
yeah,
antics.
he's getting. Is he getting investigated by the SPFL? I'm not sure, but again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like players do want to protect their images sometimes, but it's like he's never going to sign for Celtic. You know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, what's to
A little bit of needle like that. It's okay if he was. I don't know if it was offensive, being offensive towards a Celtic fan player. Fine, but
yeah.
It just adds fires to the furnace,
just-
really,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it's like doing some stuff the Rafe media recently, and there was a video for Ross Matthews' testimonial. Check out the Rafe social media if you haven't already.
Oh,
Lewis Stevenson called him a jamba bastard because he's a Hearts fan, and we're like, oh, can we keep that in? And we're like, well, Lewis Stevenson doesn't care. He was like,
yeah.
I think Hearts fans dislike him enough already. It's not going to change the needle at all, is it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm all for it. Yeah.
No,
a bit of
I,
Alzery.
yeah.
That was brilliant from Chelsea. I want more of that. You know? What's he going to do next?
Well, it could be Lucasade next time.
that would be horrible.
That would.
That'd be-
That actually would be, in fairness, that would be quite sticky. But
A sticky mess.
yeah.
A sticky situation.
Beautiful. Yeah, that would be a sticky situation. Not sticky situations. Simon Murray, last minute winner, runs down to the other end. What did you guys make of that?
Fair play.
I'd be
Enjoy
there.
it? We're all for it. Yeah. Well, we don't. I'm not happy about the Adebayor thing, but Simon Murray can do it. It's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that what a win for.
What a game!
What a game!
that was,
Yeah.
by the way,
Had it all.
had a bit of everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I suppose at that point in the match, 3-2, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And then to score then to secure the victory. You can't.
Slightly surprised Dundee went there, and at the end of the first half as well, they were all over them as well. And
Yeah.
they had another goal ruled out for offside, and they were really impressive. Dundee, to be fair.
Yeah.
Simon Murray, since you slagged him off, he's been on a run.
Well, he's scored a couple of goals in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Won it in the Hearts end and
No, yes.
or in his own goal at Hearts and then obviously in the Dundee derby. So no, he is. He's in slightly more.
And lukewarm form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly better than
Yeah.
lukewarm
Well,
form,
I think they needed at Dundee. Things are getting quite tasty down at the bottom of
Yeah.
the Premiership as well. So big result for them. Maybe one I wasn't fully expecting, but good for them.
well, with Dundee though, they're a team that they're in a little patchy bit of form at the moment. But earlier in the season, they were up top six. They were scoring goals for fun. They were conceding a lot of goals, but they were drawing with Celtic, Rangers.
Yeah.
They've got the players and they've got
the players, they've got the quality, good manager. Dunstan's
so
done good
for
job there
them,
too.
okay, in recent form, it might be a bit of a surprise that they've gone away 100 metres down the road and turned over Dundee United, but actually maybe not that massive a surprise if you look at the sort of context of the season. But no, big win.
We'll get the Danny Dyer meme in there. What's that one when he's at in Dundee? You seen that one?
No, I don't think.
No,
I
I've seen
I
the one.
can't remember.
I've seen the one of outside Ibrox.
I don't want to quote it wrong because he's like there in Dundee. He's on like Tandai Street. He's like, "Oh, mental's mad's that." So I don't want to quote it. So it's definitely not that. But look that one up when you get home.
I will do.
You enjoy that. So that's all the news we want to react to there. We won't go on for too long.
Yeah, let's move on fast.
Let's get the drawing.
Move on fast because it's a big week for Scotland. 2 big games coming up against Greece.
Yep.
You boys looking forward to them?
Can't wait.
Buzzing, yeah. Nothing I love more than an international break, and I know a lot of people don't, but I love it, man.
It's always good fun.
It's great, especially when Scotland are off the back of a wonderful international break in November. So
Well, I feel like we're slightly lucky as well as 3 lads that support the Scottish Championship teams that don't have to worry about international breaks.
exactly.
Really, it doesn't affect us at all. No Premier League games.
it's
on.
phenomenal. Yeah, we've got Scotland Thursday, Championship Saturday, Saturday.
Friday, yeah, particularly on Friday.
Yeah, Partick away, ole ole.
I've got an open. I've got an open Saturday. Can go anywhere. I'm thinking maybe Stirling
Exciting.
Albion this weekend. Maybe
Lovely.
Sporting
Who've they got?
can't remember.
Oh, dear.
But they're at home, so I might go along there. So what a time to be alive. And we're going to go through and predict our Scotland starting lineups then. So we're going to reveal this one. Should we reveal our defences all at the same time then, if you want?
So
So
let's do it.
Yeah.
we'll just go through that.
We've all
before we
got
speak
different.
on
I believe now we've not shared, we've not conferred, but we are. I think we're aware that we've got a
it.
different
Can you please
formation.
take your team off the screen, please? I'm trying not to look at it.
How?
That's a stinking team, by the way.
Terrible. I don't see any of it.
That's
So,
not good.
so I think the big first talking point, which we'll probably cover in this bit here, is formations. So
Yeah.
I've gone for back four. Luke, what have you gone for?
I went for a back four.
And Fraser?
I've gone for a back five.
Nice. I think it is going to be a back five. My prediction is going to be it. It's going to be a back five. This is our personal teams. If we were
Yeah.
in Steve Clark's shoes, where I'd never want to be, because they belong to him, and he does a great job filling them. They're his shoes. I can touch a job. I'm trusting to make the right decision, but I do see it being a back five.
I actually think though.
Well, he's called up 5 centre backs alongside Kieran Tierney as well,
That's
not
true,
really
but-
any wingers. 4 strikers.
True. Well, actually, with that in mind, that's why I went a back five because we'll get there.
If I was guessing what the team's going to be,
Yeah.
it probably would be a back five. But
Yeah.
this is what my personal.
We
team
lack.
would be, so.
We really do lack width in attack, and so with that in
Yeah.
mind, it probably will be provided by the fullbacks. But we'll see.
So yeah, do you want me to go through mine first then?
Fire away.
So in goal is Craig Gordon, right back. I've kept Tony Ralston.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Based on what?
I'll come to this.
Sorry.
John Suter, Scott McKenna, and Andy Robertson.
Interesting.
Luke.
I went for a back four.
Mhm.
And I went for Gordon, Robertson, Tierney, Hendry, and Max Jones.
Well, I'm not sure about Craig Gordon in the back four, but what's yours?
So I've gone with a back five. Obviously, Craig Gordon in goals. Andy Robertson left wing back. Kieran Tierney left centre back. Then Scott McKenna in the middle. John Suter right centre back, and Max Johnston at right wing back.
I think the most stinking pick in here that we need to suddenly touch on is Luke McGuire playing Arsenal's left winger at centre back in a back four.
Yeah, he's got about 5 minutes of.
I don't feel comfortable with that at all.
I
What are you
don't think
thinking there,
I do
Luke?
either.
I wanted to see Tierney back in the squad, and I was liking the back four, so
Okay, and Hendry as well. He's gone for your choice.
yeah,
There.
I like Hendry.
You've been watching the Saudi Arabian Premier League.
Biggest fan, man. Biggest fan.
He's been flying.
Big Aleti back fan.
So
I'm okay with that though. I'm only joking.
Yeah, he is.
I like Jack Hensry a lot. I actually I don't know how it came up, but the video of him in the dressing room as an Ostend player
Oh, the
When
space
he-
kid.
yeah.
when he went in, and I was watching that actually on the train here in quality video, and he looks like the kind of guy that wouldn't say "boot a goose," but
Why were you watching that on the way here?
don't know what came up. It was either Twitter.
Just the researching for the podcast. You're
Um,
sat there just watching
I
TikToks or something.
I don't know. I genuinely can't remember why it came up, but I was loving it. And then I think there's the wee Icelandic guy goes in and absolutely like starts giving him
Hi.
freaking out. But
I've seen him. Ryan Porteous has been in decent form as well.
He got a
could be
goal
in-
at the weekend.
Yeah, I think he was man of the match this weekend for Preston, so he might be in with a shout as well. But I think John Suter's been good for
yeah,
Scotland.
come on, look, explain your logic here.
What?
John Suter not in the starting lineup. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been
against
really
Poland.
He's been
Yeah,
really good.
I
He's
do-
been, he's
in
been
the
good
last
for Rangers
couple of
too.
Scotland games.
I
and
do like John Suter though.
every time Rangers have played recently, if you go on Twitter, every Rangers fan is saying, I think against Fenerbahce, they were saying
Yeah.
he did his maw. He's he just puts his body on the line. He's a good footballer as well.
Yeah,
So
good ball player. And
He's the best centre back we've got, I think.
Fair enough.
on form, I think. And Scott McKenna.
On form, yeah.
Scott McKenna's been playing well. Obviously, I've not
Yeah.
been watching too much, but he's been playing, a
No,
decent amount of
yeah,
football,
he-
of course.
He's
Do you want to
always-
reach up to Gran Canaria, Callum?
I'm all for that as well. Yeah. I'd be happy for that. So.
I'd be okay
But
with that as well.
we could research it. But yeah, fits. For me, you've gone for Scott McKenna as well. And
Yeah.
I'd imagine if you were going back forward, it'd be the same two centre backs, Suter, McKenna.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't start.
I think they
Tierney.
complement each other quite nicely there. Hendry for me as well as Scott performance has been a bit patchy, but the main thing is just a bit of continuity from the results Scotland have had.
Yeah.
John Suter's been starting, playing well. And that's the exact same reason why I understand it's probably the unpopular opinion. I've just kind of gone for minimal change from what I've got. I can't see why you change it. That performance last time out was really good in Poland. I thought, solid at the back. I've kept Tony Rouse at the back. I've got no issue with Max Johnson being in there right back either. Obviously, he's been playing a bit more football, so
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. But maybe just matter of continuity. I've gone for Ralston.
No, I do get that, but and actually I quite like Tony Ralston.
Yeah.
I don't think, compared to what we could have, obviously with Hickey and Patterson, etc.
Of course, yeah.
I think he's a step down. Max Johnson's playing for Sturm Graz, who are flying at the
He's
top.
been starting, yeah.
I think he's been playing well. I had maybe even a couple of assists recently as well.
Yeah.
He's been starting.
I think he's made 14 appearances now of the season.
Yeah.
So
But
more,
in recent
he's
months,
played more than he had done last season,
Yeah.
certainly. So I could see that. I've just gone for a bit less chop and
Yeah,
change.
I think match fitness. So I don't Tony Ralston.
He comes on here and there, but
Yeah.
not much, obviously. So.
But yeah, I probably expect that Steve Clark's going to start him, so I wouldn't be too upset if he did. But I'd like to see. I'm just excited to see Max Johnson, to be honest.
No, me too. I am
Playing
as
for
well.
a good team,
I am as well.
Champions League team.
It's a tough away game to chuck him into, but maybe
Yeah.
I can definitely see. I wouldn't. I'd probably be more excited if Max Johnson was playing. This is just seeing what I probably wouldn't change it if I was picking the team. Just given it's gone quite well, it's had a nice bit of continuity in there, and that's same reason for the back four. I was thinking as well the back three as well. As I say, I can see him going for it, and it has worked at times, but it feels like Scotland's just finally got a bit of momentum back. They're sort of building a bit of. I'm not entirely sure what the word would be. They were building a bit of a culture, sort of that back three, weren't they? And then it all went a bit Pete Tong, obviously, come the Euros, and now they've sort of finally got that back since his formation change. A bit more confidence in there. I think the players that you see in there, it suits them better. Most of them don't play in back threes at their clubs. Obviously Rangers have for a couple games in a row, but I'm not really going to count that. For the most part, John Suter's playing a back four. Andy Robertson's more comfortable at left back as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I do think that Tierney and Robertson work so well together though. But obviously they've not done that since June now, in the Euros. So, but I don't think Robertson and Tierney I think they're phenomenal together.
No, me too. Yeah.
I love. So I'm okay with that. But
Tierney could be what makes that system work again. He could be that missing piece. So I agree.
So I quite like that link up, but I'm not in disagreement with you. I would be quite happy seeing a back four as well.
So should we go on to obviously midfield / wing can be quite brought together, but should we go for midfield three next?
Yeah, I think.
We'll go on to
I've got midfield three.
Some sort of front three. So midfield three. Fraser, do you want to go first?
Yes. I've actually made a last minute adjustment there, but non-negotiables. Billy Gilmore and McTominay in the middle, and I think I had Lewis Ferguson, but if Ryan Christie is fit and available, I would go Ryan Christie.
What sort of position?
And it's sort of number 8.
Okay.
So maybe Billy Gilmore sitting as a 6,
brilliant there
and then McTominay and Christie.
I like that.
Brilliant for Bournemouth. Never really seen to Scotland, but Luke, what's your three?
I went for Lewis Ferguson. I've kind of dropped my two holding midfielders as Lewis Ferguson and Billy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And then I've got Scott McTominay in the 10.
Yeah, so I'm a bit more similar as well. I hate that I'm saying this. Matter of continuity, I've gone for Kenny McLean in there still with Billy Gilmore.
I don't hate that you're saying that.
And well, I think I would have hated saying that in the past, but he's been good for Scotland, I'll be honest. And Scott McTominay, that number 10. For me, I think Scott McTominay in that position is possibly the most important thing in the Scotland team. I think his energy, his running, his power up there gets through so much work. Billy Gilmore, non-negotiable. It's been good to see him starting again for Napoli and getting praised well by Antonio Conte as well.
Yes,
so he can dictate things in there. Then for me, Kenny McLean as well. I think he fits in there nicely. The way that Andy Robertson loves to bomb up down that left-hand side, Kenny McLean drops in there. He can play full-back, drop in centre-back. He's comfortable in there. I think that sort of facilitates nicely if I was picking the team, and that's what's worked well, previously. So obviously no Kieran Tierney in there, just the way that I've got my starting lineup for this first game. This is obviously the first game we're talking about here, away in Greece as well, which I think makes a difference. Lewis Ferguson, I really wanted to get in there, but I feel like deep midfield's not really his
I think
it could do, but
he's maybe more of an attacking midfielder. But I think with Bologna, he's been playing a little bit more deeper recently. But
I just thought
he's not back to full 100% fitness. I don't think.
So I'm just thinking this away game. Keep the continuity a bit more conservative. Maybe this was a game at Hampden, and if we'd lost the first leg 1-0 or something, that you'd maybe look at it and say, well, we could go for it a wee bit more then and start a Ferguson in there over a McLean. But I think this away leg maybe just a bit more conservative. But and I don't know, maybe McTominay would be the one to play a bit deeper if that was the case as well. But
that's a good
quality in there.
The midfield, and I'm not. Kenny McLean's been
You're
phenomenal.
getting a bit bored there, like. You guys yawning over here.
Had a half 5 star words for him.
That's fair enough.
Kenny McLean has been phenomenal,
Yeah.
and I think you're right. If we play 4 at the back, then I like the security of having Kenny McLean.
Yeah.
Because he allows Andy Robertson to go on his wee runs.
He has that experienced head a wee bit, isn't he?
Yeah. However, if we play back 3 with 2 wing backs, then I would maybe not like to see Kenny McLean. I don't think he's as needed then because Kieran Tierney can provide that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Solidity. There. So, I like that. I like the balance. I actually think Steve Clarke was. Kenny McLean gets a lot of stick because he's not as flashy.
Yeah.
But he's a technically good player.
Takes
He's
things
defensively
over nicely.
minded. Yeah. And in important away games for Scotland, he stepped up.
He has
past.
done, yeah. So
the
Norway.
Ullaval in Norway. So hopefully maybe he can do that in Greece.
And I really like the idea of it. If I've not got him starting, Lewis Ferguson, 100% a player I really like.
Yeah.
Off the bench as well could be really good. Just
Quite a big player.
energy in there
Yeah.
if it's a bit more attacking or not. So, yeah, I obviously like Ryan Christie through the middle as well. I do have Ryan Christie in mind as well because do you want to reveal our front three so we can sort of just talk about
Let's do it. I've only got
defensive
2 to go,
You only got
but
two?
you guys have 3.
Oh, because you had an extra defender. So
Yeah.
my front three would be, I think, a bit more of an easy one possibly. Che Adams up front. See if you guys got him as well. And then either side, I've gone for this. It's such a lack of width here. So I'll talk about this a bit more in a second. But I've gone for Ryan Christie and John McGinn.
Interesting, I like that.
Luke?
I've got Lennon Miller on the left, and I've got John McGinn and Che Adams up top.
Okay. And
I like.
Fraser?
So I've got Che Adams up top and John McGinn floating about just.
Not too much to say about Che Adams. Look, you've gone in there, Lennon Miller. You've gone straight in.
I thought, yeah.
He's not the best player yet.
Yeah, best
Yet.
player in the team.
Yet. He will be soon.
He's got
I like
a few
the
tons.
I like the confidence, yeah.
John Carver and John McGinn coming out and saying that maybe it wasn't the smartest thing to say, but I think he could be the best player, Scotland's best player in 5 years' time. But yeah, to say that he wants to be the best player in the team in a few months is maybe maybe.
I feel there's a
ideal,
wee bit of
but-
context to it.
Yeah, and he is a young guy.
I don't think you
and
really
yeah.
meant it too much, like a dig to anyone, but
No,
Yeah.
I think he's obviously just saying is that football mindset,
I
or
do
athlete mindset. You say you have to believe you're the best. So it's
Yeah.
not.
It's-
He's not arrogant or anything. But
Has he ever played a game on the left wing?
Yeah, he has done for Motherwell quite a few times this season.
Has he? Okay.
I'm not sure I love the shout. I don't think it's necessary. Not away
Big
from home in
game
Greece.
to put him in for as
Yeah.
well.
I like it. I'd love to see it happen. If say we've got Liechtenstein at home, fire away. I'd love to see it and experimented with. But if we're going to see him, I'd want to see him in his more central.
Yeah. The reason I've gone for Christie McGinn out wide, it doesn't really fill someone with like attacking confidence and quality in there. Gives a lot of pressure, maybe opportunity more than pressure for like Andy Robertson to really bomb up, provide some of that width as he so often does.
Christie offers width though.
He does, yeah.
And
Well, I was
like
thinking
an
maybe
energy.
Play on the wing as
I
well.
was thinking McGinn maybe on the left, Christie on the right. Christie's played on the right a lot, not recently obviously, but in his younger days at times. So
I think
Going in.
John McGinn, for his like when he went through a sort of hot streak for Scotland, played on the right and Christie on the left.
I think it has been as well.
Yeah.
Well, like sort of
That's
that,
why I've got him on my right.
with that sort of
Yeah.
back five, isn't it? When
Yeah.
the like almost like two number 10s in there. aren't
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
But there's a bit more pressure for the width with the back four, but I think that works. And the reason I've gone for that is that's actually how they finished the game against Poland last time when they ended up winning it. Those two out
Yeah.
wide. Ben Doak went off, of course. He's a big miss. I did possibly think Kieran Tierney out on the wing could possibly be a thing. Because as I said, I'd rather them stick. I know you're laughing there, but
Yeah, he would offer
a
width,
genuine thing
and
because
balls
he's
into the
been
box.
he's been playing there for Arsenal. You know, and
Yeah.
it's obviously not going to be his long term position. He's not been flying up there either. He's looked like a player that's not played much football. He's looked quite rusty out wide.
Yeah.
He's not, bombing on the outside, taking players on. But it's an option there. Maybe said come off the bench, maybe on that wing because I'd want to back four.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop Andy Robertson for him. I wouldn't be as bold as Luke to put him at centre back in a back four either. But I like the idea of the bench, and then maybe he could start that game on Sunday if he does look good and he looks bright and back to his usual self because he doesn't look filled with confidence playing in the Arsenal team in the minute.
With 20 minutes to go at the end of the game, if it looks like we need a sort of an out ball and just balls into the box, George Hurst is obviously.
I do like
John
that.
Carver's said that he came out and said he offers something different.
Old fashioned strike.
And he scored a couple of good headers. His header at the weekend for Ipswich was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was a really good.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if
that's
Kieran
good.
Tierney's whipping balls in for George Hurst to come on with 10-15 minutes to go in Greece and just play that sort of Lyndon Dykes role, then that could work.
Shea Adams is the obvious. Don't really need to say too much. Just given his form this year has been decent and playing football first and foremost. Which I
love Shea Adams. I think he's a brilliant striker. And
he's the man.
I think he's the man. I would happily see him.
I do like George Hurst, an option off the bench as well, because he's been a bit of a substitution sort of specialist this year. That's to say he's not started any games. I think he started like one game in the Premier League or something like that. But
he's up in his minutes.
Yeah,
of late, so good timing for us.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what he does end up going for. There's a lot of decisions to be made. First time in a while, I'd look at a Scotland team and say there's a lot of real question marks. Ben Doak dropping out. I think it probably would have been a bit of an easier decision with Ben Doak available. Good. He'd be starting. Ryan Gould dropping out, bad timing as well. So wait and see what's going to happen, eh?
Yeah. So are we happy with our choices then? Look, last minute alterations you want to make? Are you sure?
Maybe John Sutter in for Tierney, but that's
Tierney bench then. Do you think? If you were, the Tierney question is difficult if it's back four, but I can see it being about 5. Well, he's called up 5 centre backs and Tierney, so it must be. But we'll wait and see. I'm looking forward to it either way. Whatever he goes for, we back him. Look forward to it.
For sure.
Can't wait.
Fraser might be seeing you along Hampden on Sunday and all.
Hopefully, yes.
Fingers crossed.
That would be good.
Be
there are tickets still available, but
well, we don't work for the ticket office at Hampden. If we did, we've just done a good job.
Yeah, so exactly.
Looking forward to it. All right.
That's
Do we move on to the challenges?
yes.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be back with some challenges. We've got a tier list of derbies to come up, a hangman to come up, a halftime tease to come up, but we're going to start off with the most stupid of them all. So we're going to be doing another blind ranking, which is one.
Blind ranking?
Not blind ranking, no, that's right. Sorry, I was horribly distracted there. What do you call it? Don't say the same word as me challenge, okay? So you guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a Scottish football, don't say the same word as me challenge.
Can't wait.
Perfect.
Okay. All you guys have to do is not say the same word as me.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is going to be, I'll say the word, give you guys a 3-second countdown. Fraser goes first, Luke goes second. Do not cheat. Okay. So lock in whatever's in your head. First one is going to be a team in the Scottish Lowland League.
Okay.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Stirling Uni.
Caledonian Braves.
Albion Rovers. You guys are okay. You get past level 1. Okay. You got 5 levels to come, and then hopefully will be increasing difficulty.
This is nerve-wracking.
It really is.
You guys have done well.
I'm shaking here.
The second one is going to be a Dundee United player.
Okay.
Answers locked in.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Middleton.
Sam Dalby.
Luke, you're out.
Name one more.
I know him too well. Well, it's a bit obvious when you can see it. Sorry, Luke, you're out. Level 2.
Jeez.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's not.
Fraser, you move on to level 3.
Yeah.
You ready? No pressure.
What was it? Tragic.
Fraser, you need to say a manager. Sorry, Scottish Championship manager. Right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Martindale.
Barry. Big Baz.
Baz.
Barry Robson. Unlucky pal. I mean, lucky pal, sorry. I was more looking at it.
Get up.
Next up, you're on to level 4.
Nice.
It's got to be a Scottish referee.
Okay.
Tasty.
Right, ready?
Yep. Go. Kevin Clancy. No way.
No.
Oh.
Father Willie Collum.
Big Willie. Look.
Willie Collum. And you're on to the final one. Now we've narrowed the options down for this one a little bit. It has to be a current SPFL champion, level 5.
Like player or...
No. A team that is a current SPFL champion.
Oh. Sure.
So it's a 1 and 4 here.
Okay.
Luke, do you want to join in for the last one?
SPFL, so a current SPFL
Actually, no. We'll let Fraser go first. Yeah.
Okay.
You got an SPFL champion.
Yep.
Who are you going for?
Stenny.
Who would you say?
He's picked Stenny.
Oh, right, okay.
He's picked
Oh,
Stenny.
like, as in Legion. Okay, I'm ready to Celtic.
He's picked Stenny.
Fraser? You win.
Oh,
yes. I was going to go Stenny. I changed that one last minute. Well done. You won again.
Yeah. Who won?
No, it was a draw the last time.
Well, you both won last time.
Yeah.
So he's won again. He's won twice now. And Luke, you won once.
Who won the championship? Was it Dundee?
Last year.
Yeah.
Dundee United.
Dundee.
Dundee.
Oh, so it was, of course.
Yeah. You just want to be to say, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry.
I think Dundee United won the league last year.
I actually remember Wraith
yeah.
coming second more than I remember Dundee United winning.
Yeah, with bottle.
If that's any
Yeah,
any
understood.
consolation.
The bottle crashing.
Yeah, I'd watch the bottle shouts because if you guys don't win the league, it'll come back to bite you.
It was robbery. Daylight robbery. Alright. It wasn't really. Yeah, when you can't score 90th minute winners all season long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volleys, no less.
Yeah.
So Scott Brown, home to Dundee United from downtown.
Downtown.
That was beautiful.
Scott
That was
Brown from
Friday
deep-
night under the lights.
That was Friday. Were you there?
No.
No.
Oh,
I meant him. Why would you be there? He works with the BBC.
sure.
Right. Luke, talking
Yeah.
about people you work for, what's up next? Well, I've already said.
Is it the halftime teaser?
It can be if you want it to be, yeah.
Yes! It's now time for Luke McGuire's halftime teaser!
Brilliant.
That's so embarrassing you've named it after yourself.
Yeah, that's a bit sad.
Fraser, it was your idea.
Yeah. He insisted, he said it has to be named after me.
Yeah.
This is my segment.
Yeah, I have to sit
This is
in the
my
middle.
house, my segment.
I invented halftime teasers.
I sit in the middle, I get a haircut before, and I call it Luke McGuire's house. I'm joking.
Wow.
This is horrible.
This is so
already went in there.
This is so uncalled for.
Right.
I'm joking. Take it away, Luke
Really?
McGuire.
Okay.
Oh, let him go.
Get that off the screen.
Centre back.
Worst 11 shout ever.
Right.
That's-
Okay.
Sorry.
Clue one.
Can you turn your brightness down so I can't peek?
Okay.
See. Give us a clue one.
I have played alongside Shane Duffy, Billy Gilmore, and David O'Raya.
Okay, so that's an interesting little mix we've got there. Fraser, do we work together on this again?
I think we have to.
Is-
yeah.
It has to have played for
Shane Duffy,
Brighton.
Blackburn, Brighton,
Brighton.
David Raya.
David Raya was also at Blackburn,
Was he at Blackburn?
but Shane Duffy and Billy Gilmore could be Brighton. But Shane Duffy could also be Celtic.
So we're talking Celtic, Blackburn, Brighton,
And who's the other player? Sorry?
Brentford, Arsenal.
Who was the last player?
Shane Duffy, Billy Gilmore, and David Raya.
David Raya, sorry.
Who else has David Raya played for?
I could be international as well.
Phenomenal shout.
Could my first guess be Kieran Tierney?
No.
Well, it can be, but it's wrong.
It can be, but it's not.
What are you going to guess?
Let's go. Nah, I don't actually even have any.
Just chuck a random player. Chuck a Brighton player out there.
Okay. Robert Sanchez.
Leandro Trossard.
No.
Wait, he's not Scottish. Why would it be Leandro Trossard?
Right.
I think he's right though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, that's not an awful shout.
Next.
I think it's meant to be a Scottish player. Is it Scottish?
Yeah.
It's meant to be a Scottish player. That's kind of the
I
point.
wanted to keep it on theme.
Yeah.
I've been managed by Craig Levine and Daniel Farker.
Daniel Farker.
Norwich.
Yeah. Norwich.
Leeds.
That was the other one, yeah. And who was the other manager, sorry?
Craig
Craig
Levine.
Levine.
Hearts.
This is an interesting array of player managers, and
Dundee United. Who else has Craig Levine managed? St Johnstone.
he's not managed anyone too much for a while, has he? Other than St Johnstone and Hearts. And these
Scotland.
These are all recent players, though. Right from the first hint was recent players.
Grant Hanley. Could it be Grant Hanley?
Could it?
Could it be Grant Hanley? He's
When
played
would he
for
be managed by Levine?
Scotland, Blackburn.
Oh, I guess if you're going way back. That's quite a good shout, actually. You
Grant
guess?
Hanley.
Final answer?
Yep.
Correct.
Oh,
Smashed it. Well done.
there we go.
Good work.
What was the next clue?
Hint number 3 was...
The next clue was I've won the English Championship 3 times with 2 different teams.
Oh, okay.
Who are they?
Norwich has yo-yoed a
Norwich.
bit, haven't they?
So he's won it with Norwich twice.
And Blackburn.
Newcastle.
Grant Hanley played for Newcastle.
Yeah.
When did he play with David Raya?
Don't know. Just
That'd be Blackburn.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
But I played quite a lot of games with him. This was a wee deep dive into transfer mark. Like I went onto the 10th page and I was like, oh, he's played with David Raya. That's a belter.
That's good, that is, yeah.
That is. How did you? Does it say on Transfermarkt?
Yeah, there's
Grant Hanley played with.
a teammate section.
But he's giving away all his secrets now, isn't
Yeah, I know. I'm
Stop
like,
it.
That
Stop.
actually, I thought you just typed in and like scrolled through.
he? Every other
Wikipedia.
podcast is going to be doing this now.
yeah, I know.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, very good. Good work, sir.
Thanks, lads. Cheers.
Round of applause.
Yep, we worked that out well in the end.
We did. Well,
I was worried
did
when I
heavy
opened my
lifting.
laptop earlier to show you like my Scotland team, and it like came up with Grant Hanley straight away. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I never saw that.
You weren't meant to show us. Your you weren't meant to show us your Scotland team either. That was meant to be a secret too.
Well, I needed to as well. So
Show it to yourself.
yeah.
Fraser, you're going to be back with some Hangman now, so we'll get you to introduce that in a second. However, last week we failed miserably,
Yes.
so we're going to try and come back this week.
That was a
Yeah.
bit tragic.
We're going to smash it.
I've hopefully gone for a more
Major gap in our knowledge.
but we'll find out again. I've got some more questions.
Let's
We're
go.
ready to go. You guys are refreshed. Hopefully you've been doing your research, some studying.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to research. Just research the entirety of
Just-
Scottish football.
Just brushing up on your knowledge.
Full
Hopefully.
time. I read the big book of Scottish football. I'm ready for this. All right.
So here we are for SPFL inspired Hangman, or Scottish football inspired Hangman. I'll ask you both a series of quiz questions. Whoever answers first gets it correct will get a shot at the Hangman board.
So get it right, get a guess.
Get it right, get a guess.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
And the last person the person who guesses it right wins.
How we show us the.
Yep, I'll show you the number. Sorry, I should have had this
Have
pre-prepared.
you not drawn it out?
No, I've actually drawn it out on my phone along with the questions. But first word is
5 letters. By
5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5 by 7.
Yes, this could be a Scottish football player, club, stadium, sponsorship, deal, anything. Sports brand, anything.
Sponsorship deal.
Anything to do with Scottish football.
Oh, it's not a sponsorship deal. That was really boring.
Yeah, that is boring. I don't know where that came from, but my point is, it could be literally anything.
Understood, sir.
I'll also draw the wee man.
No, you will not be drawing that wee man.
Yeah, just we're going to get it straight away.
Pal.
Why? Why do you not want it drawn?
Because
We're
we're going
gonna
to get it straight
freaking
away.
win.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Okay, so are you ready? I only have 9 questions, boys, so
We'll be fine.
no pressure. You better get
Don't
this done
There
within
was
9.
10 last week.
Don't you?
Okay, are you ready?
Mm,
They should all be gettable.
you ready?
Yeah.
Varying levels of
Stays
difficulty. Name one player to register over 5 assists in the Scottish Championship this season.
Buzz. Calvin Miller.
Correct.
We don't need to buzz, do we?
No.
Hey,
but it's
can if
funny.
you want.
I don't want to buzz. I
You don't have to buzz.
It's too contentious. Well done. Good answer. Calvin Miller.
A.
Great play. A.
Uh,
There's no A in there.
no way.
Jeez.
No way.
Well,
Right, question 2, please.
Question 2. Scotland play Greece on Thursday and Sunday in the Nations League playoff. Name one team they beat in their Nations League campaign.
Buzz. Croatia.
Buzz. Wrong.
The team that Greece beat.
Yeah, that Greece-
England.
Oh, Greece beat. Oh, right.
England.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That actually.
England.
Yeah, that's my bad. I apologise. But yes, England.
No, he said they play Greece. Name a team they beat.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I can see why.
I can see that's
the
why I want to
ambiguity,
clarify,
but
Okay.
why would I mention?
This is getting controversial here, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, Callum's on board.
Well
So
done, Callum.
England, aye.
correct.
Could I have an O?
You can.
Oh, whoa.
If you don't get it now, it's
It
embarrassing.
ends in an O. Okay.
Okay.
Why's he said that's embarrassing? We're doing our best.
I'm
here.
joking. I'm only joking.
Oh,
You would
funny,
never get
funny,
What a
funny guy.
scumbag.
Funny guy.
that. Question number 3. Name one player from the Scottish Premiership to have been sent off more than once this season.
Buzz.
Go on.
Dan Kay. No, Olasanya. I'll go for Olasanya. I know that one.
Wrong.
Olasanya. No, he did get sent off this. He got sent off on Saturday.
Yeah, but only once this season. Callum, have you got any answers?
He said Dan Casey as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
You get Dan Casey.
Callum.
No, I'm giving it to Luke. That's Luke's.
No.
It was his answer.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
E.
fire away.
Oh.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
We're basically on the same team here.
Yeah.
Until it's
At this point.
Yeah.
Question number 4. Name one club Callum Davidson played for.
St Johnston.
Well done, Callum. You didn't buzz though, but
Yeah,
I
short.
said I'm
I
not
know.
buzzing.
I'm only joking,
I don't
I'm
like
joking.
how he the second one he said buzz. Croatia. That's cheating. That is.
Imagine buzzing and getting it wrong. That's...
Could I have an L?
You can actually.
L in the chat.
I thought he was gonna be really smooth and be like, yeah, here's an L for you. From
No, because you were actually correct. Question number 5.
I was looking at the
I've
board.
got my answers on there
He
as
does
well.
tend to look. I'll be careful.
He's
I'm
that
looking at the board.
Look McGuire for a reason, eh? We looky McGuire.
Looky.
Number 5. Who's the manager of Queen of the South?
Oh my goodness, his name's dropped out of my head.
Sorry, this says
Peter
it.
Murphy.
Yes, Callum.
I never even
I
know.
banked on you knowing that.
Thank you.
Because it's quite a difficult question.
Great answer.
Oh,
Great answer.
Callum.
could I have a D?
And then what letter would you like? No,
It's not acceptable.
sorry, that isn't actually terrible pattern. No D. Question number 6. This actually, we might run out of questions again.
No idea.
Oh my god.
You're the one that writes the
What do you
questions.
call it,
I
deer?
know, I know.
More questions.
What do you call a deer stuck in headlights?
I'm not gonna.
That's fucking look, sorry. Question number 6. Before
Everyone knows the answer. I'm refusing to answer it. Right.
Before the Falkirk Stadium was built in the early 2000s, where did Falkirk previously play?
Buzz. Brockville.
Yes, well done.
Stop buzzing and then pausing.
What? I just need a moment to process.
Fire away.
Exactly. That's
What do you want?
N.
Oh my god. Please be more adventurous with your letters.
What, do you expect me to come up with a Z or something?
You could do.
ends in an O. It's got to be an exotic word. This.
Question number 7. What current Scotland player's dad has caps for England?
Angus Gunn. Oh no, it's got.
Famously.
I was just thinking.
Scotland.
I was just thinking flipped over there. Sorry. I don't know why my head.
Come
is-
on, boys.
'cause
Come
he's
on.
English.
Talked about him. We've spoken about him already
Sorry, give me a
today.
second.
For England.
For England, his dad.
Oh, yeah. George Hurst.
Yes, look.
Oh.
Well done. Do you know how many? But actually, I'll make that next question.
Oh, but I do actually, it's quite funny because we were talking about him on the radio on the weekend and they were saying that they thought it was actually Geoff.
Yeah,
George Hurst
I had to look. His name's David.
Next letter.
Sorry, Z.
No. I sent you down the wrong
Can you
path
see
there.
why my head accidentally said Angus Gunn?
Yeah, no, I can.
I flipped it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Because he's like been called up for England, Angus Gunn,
Yeah.
and his dad played for Scotland. That's why my head just. It was very foolish.
Fair enough.
Very foolish.
Question number 8. How many caps does David Hurst have for England?
120.
Not many.
That's a terrible question.
Not many.
5.
No, less.
4.
Less.
3.
Well done, Luke.
Yes! Come on!
Why would we know that knowledge?
Well, you wouldn't, but I was just adding in a questions.
Okay, fair enough. What's next, Luke?
C.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
See. Question number 9.
This is tragic.
What SPFL club are known as the Bonnyrigg?
Clyde.
Yes.
An R.
Correct. That is one. Question number 10. Name one Scottish manager to win the Champions League or the European Cup.
Tommy
Truxton.
Burns.
Tommy Burns. For who?
Don't know.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, Jockstein. Callum.
I was thinking David Moyes in my head, and I'm like, no, you've not said a European. Is that why you didn't say European competition, or?
Yeah, it's Champions League or European Cup. We did this a few weeks back.
I know, but is that why you didn't say
Yeah.
European competition? Because I would have
Yeah,
said David Moyes. But.
Yeah, just Champions League or the European Cup.
Well, I'm thinking there's got to be another vowel before that R. You know, that's how language works. We've guessed A, we've guessed E, we've guessed O. We've not guessed I or U. Could I say I?
You can, Callum, yes. Phenomenal guess that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm done.
This looks like Greek or something.
Probably is.
I hope I've not done it again.
I know, you've done it.
he's
You've
done it again.
Yeah.
Surely, I would think there's a possibility that Luke won't get this. I would think that you will, Callum.
T.
What?
No,
What are you just guessing letters?
Yeah.
What you did?
I'm just guessing a letter.
No.
You can't need to answer a question.
Next question, number 11.
You're just breaking the
I'm
rules.
freestyling here.
Oh, wait. There's my question.
Name me any one team.
Is that an I? Oh, right.
Name me any one team
I thought it was Carl Pignatello for a second.
that could be involved in an Angus derby.
Forfa.
Callum.
You? Oh my goodness.
Next question, please.
No, I'll give you a wee second to work that out. I can,
Oh, I know it.
no, you need to get an answer. You need to answer a
I know
question, right? Do you actually?
Yeah.
Well, you can't answer it yet.
You should say first.
Yeah. You buzzed prematurely. Name one team to win the Scottish Cup more than twice.
Celtic.
Well, that was correct.
Answer is Chris Ilwem, or however you pronounce his name. Which is
Get
really
it.
bad.
That look is correct.
Great
Well
work.
done.
Well done.
Chris Iwalimo. Well done. You've won the first ever game of Hangman, or the second ever game of Hangman.
Good answer. Well done.
Do you remember?
Why did you choose him, Fraser?
So I didn't. I thought I would pick someone that I was sure you'd both know. You know Chris Iwalimo.
Yeah, I know the name. Yeah.
And I wanted it to be a sort of Scottish national team theme.
Yeah.
And obviously he is synonymous with one of the worst misses in Scottish football history. But he actually, I feel really sorry for him because he's a lovely guy, good pundit.
Yeah.
Great
Follows me on
pundit.
Instagram.
Does he follow you on
Shout
Instagram?
out.
And it took you that long to come up with it? That's embarrassing. Why is he following on Instagram?
Just looks massive.
Have you worked with him on BBC?
I think
Clyde?
I might have.
He's what?
BBC, I think I might have.
Yeah. Oh, he's a nice guy. From what I've seen on TV. But he was quite prolific actually. Colchester was his.
Stoke.
No, not Stoke. I don't.
Was
think.
that Stoke?
Was he at Stoke? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be true. To be fair, I think he's played with about 20 clubs. But
How many?
Watford.
20.
It could be as many as that.
20.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Next question: how
played
many
for
clubs
Wolves.
is Chrissy Willimo?
Played for
20.
Wolves as well.
Wolves, yeah. Watford, Wolves. St Mirren was his youth team.
How do you play for 20 clubs? How do you even remember like what clubs you played for at that point?
Yeah, I know. I think that there was a German team in there, Aachen or something like that. Let me look it up. Let's do this for the fans, eh? They'll love that. Chrissy
What?
Willimo.
Why are you looking at me like that, Luke?
You've got wee something there, right?
Oh,
No.
Good.
Yeah.
thanks, Luke. Keep
That
up
was
appearances
really,
here.
that was really annoying.
I really appreciate that.
He did play for Stoke. Well done. Good knowledge.
Oh, I could have guessed that. He's played for 20 teams.
He's played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 clubs are on that
That's
list.
crazy.
That's phenomenal.
Wild.
498 appearances for his clubs, 107 goals. That's not bad. 1 in 4,
Sorry,
1 in
return.
5.
That's not like incredible.
Overly prolific.
It's
He
not
should have had
great.
108 goals.
That's like under tennis season or something.
Yeah. But yeah, that miss at Hampden unfortunately I was at that game,
Nice one.
and it genuinely
Right.
that was quite a miss. But anyway, that concludes Scottish inspired Hangman.
Right, we're going to move on to the final thing. It's going to be what we teased right at the start. It's going to be a tier list of derbies. This is going to be very divisive, by the way. People are going to be raging about this. Right.
Yeah, Callum's out to cause arguments for this one.
So you're the one that seems to
Yeah, it's always
see
you.
it riots in the comment section, Fraser. So right, we've got a nice little selection to go through here, from S tier to A, B to A to B to C to D to F. Okay, no E tiers around here. We're not interested in that.
No.
But I didn't invent tier lists. So, should I just reveal them in a random order?
Go for it, Callum.
Let's go.
Are you guys ready? So, it is going to be a tier list of the best derbies. No, it's just going to be a tier list of all the No, it's not all the derbies, is it? How many derbies? There's some random
And
derbies.
take 3.
It's going to be a tier list of derbies in the SPFL. Okay, so we're doing it this week because it's a great time to be doing this, because whenever the short will come out of this, people watching the podcast get to appreciate it because it's been Derby week. We've had a few of them. We had the Fife Derby, we had the Old Firm, we had the Dundee Derby. It's been a brilliant weekend of derbies. We thoroughly enjoyed it. So should we start off with the Dundee Derby, as we've just had a very entertaining one on there.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the Dundee Derby.
I'm happy to take this one away, and I would say this has got to be high.
Yeah, I would say so.
A tier.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, Fraser.
There always seems to be goals.
Yeah.
Gary Mackay-Stevens scoring from the corner flag, or practically front row of the stand at Tannadice.
Doesn't get much more local than this.
Cannot get more local.
They've all been exciting this year. They've all been very exciting.
Yeah. 4-2 at the weekend.
Competitive as well. I feel
Yeah.
like it's always been a
Always
bit back
quite
and
tasty
forward.
one. Yeah.
So are you comfortable putting that 8?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good derby.
You want to describe what Simon Murray did this weekend?
A wee Abed Hour moment.
Yeah.
Babes flying all over the place. Come reclaim it.
Yeah, he was struck by...
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah,
Great.
we don't change on
So,
that.
yeah, well, maybe we should put them down to B then, because that's disgraceful behaviour.
You lose a point for free mates. Not my derbies. Next up, we should do the Highland Derby.
Oh, I like that one.
So that'd be Inverness, Ross County.
Yeah.
So not a derby you see all too often at times. It's been a few years, couple of divisions between them now, unfortunately, and all. So what do you guys think about that derby?
Good derby, not mass as a history, and Inverness obviously.
Sierra D.
I
We're
mean-
going straight in there.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
it's one that means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Up there. Up there, yeah.
We're sounding like we're from the Central Belt here.
And that's true as well.
We are, right.
Well, that's true. But we're from Scotland.
Yeah.
We're from all over.
Yeah.
But it's a good derby.
I've enjoyed watching it.
Yeah,
whether it's been on.
and especially in recent years, it's a quality derby.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't quite get your
Doesn't crack the same.
excitement.
as the other
same
ones.
Doesn't
as
get the
Dundee
blood
derby.
pumping.
Yeah. Well, it does to an extent.
Does when it's on.
Yeah.
It's also one I feel like, how often is it actually played? Which maybe makes it better in a way. It's a bit rare, but I'm not seeing it too much. We won't probably see it again for a little while,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But where do you guys think it should go?
I would argue C tier.
Yeah, I think so between C and D. You think C? Then
that's in the
put it into now. And it's a big part of landmass as well.
Yes.
You know, there's only so many football teams up there. You know,
Yeah.
so in terms of landmass, that's very important.
Yes.
So,
Huge derby.
huge derby.
Geographically huge derby.
Next up, we should do. We'll do the Ayrshire Derby.
Oh.
Belter. Straight derby.
Ayrshire Derby, good derby.
Yeah, I'll let you guys speak on this.
I've been to a few over the past few years, and they've never been a disappointment. So I'd go for a B.
Yeah, bragging rights of Ayrshire. So yeah, entertaining derby, good atmosphere, as you mentioned there. One thing I said, in comparison to some of the other derbies, no slagging here, Fraser, as an Ayr United fan, there's not been as much give and take between them. Kilmarnock seem to be usually on a high level, but
If you look at recent results and over the years, it's been relatively even. However, Andy Geoghegan with an headed winner at Somerset when we were in League One and they were in the Premiership.
how could you forget about
Famous.
that? Yeah.
But then
certainly
it was
a good
in
derby when it's played.
2008 or was it 2009? Alex Williams scored in the last minute 2-2
Oh.
at Somerset Park in the Scottish Cup 4th round. That was unbelievable. That's probably the most full I've seen Somerset Park.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was only 10 at the time, but that was what an atmosphere that was. 2-2 in the last minute. Dean Keenan had scored early in the game. Then the replay went to Rugby Park and
Obviously,
Kilmarnock won.
that was that season when Kelly and Ayr were in the same division, and it felt like that was
more.
a long time for a long
Yeah.
time in the wait to have them in the same division. But those games were electric every single time.
Yeah, they were.
Really enjoyed them.
Kelly kind of. I think they won 3, but Ayr
Still, they were good games though. You know,
Ayr
that's
won
what this is
away
about.
at Rugby Park.
That
So
was a good one. Yeah.
phenomenal. I think it's a brilliant derby. I think it's widely accepted that it's up there in Scotland. It's one of the better derbies. So I'd be happy, honoured to put it in B tier.
Beta, it can go. The Ayrshire Derby, brilliant scenes there. Next derby then. You boys ready? You boys better be ready. This next one is a derby. As they all are. I don't know why I said that. Does this derby have a name? The next one's going to be St Mirren against Morton.
It's the Renfrewshire derby, I believe.
Oh, the Renfrewshire Derby.
Yes. That's a decent derby. It's not
okay.
the first one that comes to mind, I think, when we're discussing sort of iconic Scottish football derbies.
These are all pretty iconic derbies in here. That's what's probably
Yeah.
going to hurt them a little bit here, I'd imagine.
I think if you speak to anyone from Paisley or Greenock, though, that they would say there's a lot of animosity between the clubs, but that's
They
quite-
both
there's
hate
quite a big
each other
difference
quite a lot.
distance between the two.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not even anywhere near each other. Local bragging rights.
Fire it in the F. Just go for it. Just get it in there.
Oof.
Jeez, Luke. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying it's not my favourite derby. You just bumped it straight into F.
Right,
there.
well, Luke said it. Let's put it in F.
You sure, F?
Yeah,
That seems a bit harsh.
any feedback we receive, it's all to go towards Luke.
Yeah.
You know, but,
I'm only joking. I think
I would have said D.
D tier.
Yeah.
wow, okay.
No, I think there is
We can
enough.
put it in
There's
F.
enough needle and there's enough history there.
We
That,
could put F if he really wants to.
Nah, I find it in D.
no, I think it's worthy of a D.
Yeah.
Is it a derby? I've not been played for a few years as well. Maybe that's not helping.
They've
think
had
it's
their
been
wee,
in the
they've had their wee friendlies and that and all that.
Scottish Cup maybe a couple of times.
We friendly, say.
Aye.
Let's start with derby. Hold up, and you're holding hands, and we're not giving it a very high score. Where do you want it then? D. F.
Get it in there. Come on, it'll be funny.
Okay.
Luke really wants us an F to
Nah,
stuck
I'm
it.
joking.
Morton fans, fire your hate towards this guy.
You'll never be welcomed in Morton
Aye.
ever again.
You have to turn up and sing the words. Their song's wrong somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, allegedly.
Go on, sing it.
What was it, like Cowshed or something like that, is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Party all the time.
Next up, we've gone long enough without mentioning it, the Old Firm derby. I think it's probably just a come to the West here. You can't really argue it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we were doing a derby tier list worldwide, it would probably comfortably go in S tier as well.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
look,
not many
we're
derbies that would be ranked higher than.
yeah, as
The
fans
Old
of
Firm derby.
championship clubs, we don't always enjoy it quite as much, the whole song and dance around the whole thing, but it's always an entertaining game.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. If it didn't
always
happen
box
about
office.
17 times a season,
That's,
it would be. It would. I would love watching, but again, like it does.
but
I
it's
mean,
still always
we-
box office though, isn't
No,
it?
it is.
No matter what.
As we discussed earlier, the one at the weekend was also box office.
Brought the heat.
But,
Is an Old Firm ever 0-0? It feels like they're never 0-0.
Yeah, I
they're
don't-
always
yeah.
entertaining. Red cards.
There's always
tackles.
at least a goal or something like that,
Yeah.
you know.
So many iconic players as well.
Moments.
Names from those derbies. Yeah.
Would also like to comment on the fact that the fans were, or the away fans were back at the weekend, and it makes such a difference.
Oh, I know. It's very important to them.
So that's good to see. So there's no debate there, no argument.
Yeah, I know.
That's S tier.
Back Club Charlie's on the scene. You might get a free shower out of it as well.
Or you might get your stadium abused by a player.
Oh, Dujon Starling.
Verbally abused.
Yes.
I have images there of
Dujon Sterling, boom, boom,
Hegemani punching the.
Smashing up the toilets. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
punching the glass
I
after
see
they
what you mean
score.
there, like yes.
Yes, verbal abuse.
Yeah, sorry, I should have clarified. Yes.
I think what I might have meant to put in my notes was the Lanarkshire derby. I accidentally wrote the Clackmannanshire
Yeah,
derby.
it's the Lanarkshire derby. That's Motherwell Hampton.
I know it is, yeah.
Oh,
Right, the next one up is not the Clackmannanshire derby. It's the Lanarkshire derby.
that's a
That's
good
alright.
derby. You're
It's alright.
scoffing at that look.
Yeah, so
Why is that?
It's a bit tin pot.
laughing at he's went in there.
I'd,
So if you're calling it that, let's find it in D.
I was going to say it's probably.
it's difficult. Motherwell, big fan, but I guess the Ackies don't have. It's it's not the greatest.
Aki's biggest rivals are themselves. It feels like Hamilton fans need to
Aye.
hate themselves. Well, not themselves, hate their football club.
Yeah.
Hate John Rankin.
I think, on that basis, then we'll go D.
Yeah, I think it's a D
You go
too.
in-
I
That
don't
would
mark,
make it look nice. Or
it would round it out there.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mark the calendar for the. Well, it's not been on for a while, but if it was the Lanarkshire derby, nice chance for a nap when that's on.
Maybe the Lanarkshire derby should have been F and the Renfrewshire derby D. But
Nah.
unless you've
Look, Luke's very passionate about the Renfrewshire derby being in F for some strange reason. Shake of the head.
yeah, we're okay with that. That's a good.
Next up, we've gone a what? No, we'll say that one. Yeah, we're gonna do up next. We're gonna do an Angus derby. Now, as we know, the Angus derby could be a number of teams, but it's gonna be Montrose against Arbroath, the one we've gone for, which is finally returned this season after Arbroath got relegated to League One at long last. Not that I wanted them to get relegated. But, that's definitely a good derby. There's a lot of teams in a small vicinity around there, which maybe
Yeah.
harms them a little bit in a way. There could be, like less
Yeah.
of them, which would
Yeah.
maybe add a bit more of an edge to it. But that one seems like the one bit more of an edge to it too. Two good clubs, good stadiums. I like to
Yeah.
visit them both, and I've been, and certainly watching from afar, that seems like quite a tasty fixture for them. The two powerhouses of Angus.
They are the two power. Arbroath certainly the powerhouse of Angus at the moment. Difficult one though. Can it be a derby if 4 teams are involved.
So I'd say a D.
But obviously there's
an edge to it.
There's an edge to it.
There are 4 teams sort of involved in this.
Yeah, so
It's like a...
C or D?
it's not the most iconic.
Yeah, because they're all good games. I'm sure they'd all be entertaining
yeah.
to go to, well supported. But it's a bit like a love square.
I love square.
Not a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 of them, so yeah.
Yeah.
I love square. So what do you think? Angus Derby D? D10?
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
But certainly an edge to it.
I'd love to go to an Angus Derby.
Yeah. From afar.
One of the 3 options that there are.
Next up, it's going to be... I was going to call them Partick, but I don't want to upset people that much. Next up, it's going to be Thistle against Clyde.
Thistle Clyde.
That classic derby.
I mean, there's a bit of needle there between the two there. Obviously, it's been harmed a wee bit in recent times by the fact that Clyde are
Rubbish.
nowhere near.
Oh.
Well, there's that.
He's choosing
also,
violence today, by the way.
Ian McCall went from Thistle to Clyde.
Oh, yeah.
That's a wee bit
But
tangled if you're managing.
Who's he not managed, though?
True.
He's trying to complete the 42 himself.
And then also, like, Clyde don't even play in Glasgow. They play out in, well, it was Cumbernauld and...
Hamilton now.
Is it Hamilton? Yeah, so...
Yeah, you don't
Clyde
even know. Yeah.
How can you have a derby when
I doubt Partick Thistle fans are very...
Clyde are just moving along the river itself, so... and also, in recent times, Partick were sponsored by Clyde Built, so they were running about the pitch with their rival's name across their top for a season.
Yeah.
So, it's, yeah.
I think that can... It probably is a derby that can go to F tier.
F tier.
I find it.
It's derby list.
Let's go F tier.
You're
then.
so scared of the reaction
Yeah.
of any of these, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
scared. I'm
Come
so
on, can we put
scared.
them all in S tier, please?
Also those I've got a wee soft spot for Thistle. It's my local team, so I should really be hating Clyde as well.
Has that derby got a name?
I actually don't know.
Don't know.
Clyde Tunnel Derby.
It's a Glasgow derby, no?
No, that's
That's the...
that's Queen's Park Partick.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
I've heard the Glasgow derby getting used in other contexts
Yeah.
recently. So, and to round us out, we've got an enjoyable one to come, the Edinburgh derby.
Belter.
It's a good derby.
I do love the Edinburgh derby.
As
It's always
insufferable
entertaining.
as this man may be
Yeah.
when it comes around, it's a good derby.
Yeah.
Insufferable's hard. I'm harsh. I'm sorry. I take that back.
Sunshine on Leaf. Hearing Sunshine on Leaf again in an
My
Edinburgh derby.
heart is broken.
Can't beat that.
Luke's heart is broken.
If we were doing a list of football anthems, that'd be S tier as well.
Yeah,
So
phenomenal. Love it.
great song.
Brilliant to
Great,
hear that.
Oh, aye. Great.
great memories. There always seems to be a nice last minute goal in the
Yeah.
Edinburgh derby. Great atmosphere.
Jack Iredale. Sensational.
You've got some great footage of it, I heard. So
Yeah.
you can watch that. Yeah, it's a classic derby. It's certainly got a lot to it, that one. So, you know what? I mean, the Old Firm does deserve its own tier. I feel like that's kind of what's going to hold it back. It could be popped into S tier as well.
It could be.
Is it that much better than the Dundee
It's not
derby?
world renowned.
No, unfortunately
I'd
not.
say it is if they're the last one.
I feel like it's weird. I think it's slightly better than Dundee derby, but it's better than Dundee derby. But I don't know if it's like a tier above the Dundee derby.
Let's give it a wee A+.
Make it up.
No, let's not sit on the fence. S tier. Come on.
You
Yes!
sure? You sure the Old Firm shouldn't have its own?
No.
Nah.
We're putting it up there. Okay.
Stuff it.
And then we've got one more to come. One more derby to
We're
come.
still going. Love to hear it.
Yeah, sorry, did I say that was the last one?
Yeah.
Because I didn't mean it. Our final derby, one more to go. We're going to take a trip to the Kingdom of Fife for the Fife derby. Raith Rovers, Dunfermline. What more needs to be said?
That's a good derby. That is a good derby.
It isn't.
Let's say,
Always lives up to type as well, to be fair.
yeah,
It's
it
always
does.
entertaining. Yeah.
6,000-7,000 fans at that. Those matches pretty much every time, even though it happens 17 times a season. How many?
Don't think you get that many in Starts Park, unfortunately. But
Really not.
it's usually good 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah, it's
Still
always
good.
well
Still good
attended.
numbers.
You'd get more at an Ayrshire derby. So with that in mind,
That's Killy's fan base, yeah.
you get 4,000 Ayr fans, and
Didn't know you could get that money in at Somerset.
Oh, you 10,000, mate.
You can actually.
Okay, yeah, they've got no seats yet. As soon as they get some seats, then
Yeah, but that's what adds to the.
Adds to the excitement.
I think it's on par with an Ayrshire derby.
I'd say it's slightly better than an Ayrshire derby.
I'm being diplomatic.
got
Here.
more-
I think an Ayrshire
I'm
derby.
going to throw the neutral card in here.
It's got more of a competitive edge to it.
I'm going to go a B.
I would go B.
I think they can be on the same tier. I think we
yeah.
can coexist.
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah. At least our derby gets
Thank
played.
goodness lads, cheese well.
At least we've been in the same division as our rivals. So. Well, I mean, that's not really much to say. It's He's been in the Premiership. But
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 5 derby beater then. You happy with that?
I'm happy.
Happy with that final list?
I
What
think
a
that's
list.
good. Yeah,
Unreal.
it's a good list.
5 derby. What needs to be said? All right. Should be 8. But it's all right. I'll forgive you. All right.
Yeah, maybe we've been. Yeah.
No, we can leave it in beta. I'm
Yeah.
just salty. You know, so many great memories. You know,
Yeah.
9 years. You got any favourite 5 derby memories, Luke?
No.
Maybe the one that happened at the weekend, or the one that happened 3 weeks ago, or the one that happened 4 weeks ago.
All you need me to say is you got Dylan Easton, Sam Stanton, you know, Lewis Vaughan. People love these games, all right?
And on that note, thanks for coming.
Dunfermline might have won some as well. I'm not sure. Not sure.
No, it's a good derby.
It's not bad time.
That's a pretty good. We've compiled the perfect list, I think.
Dan O'Reilly at the double
Flippin' heck, man.
and runs off the Partick Thistle. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's a nice list, by the way. I like that.
Lovely.
Yeah, better not get too much hate for that. Well, that's our last challenge for the week, chaps.
It's been a pleasure.
It always
work.
is. We'll be back soon. What's happening next week?
Not much. Not much.
Yeah.
You're off to
You off anywhere special?
across
Luke?
the Atlantic next week. Look.
Why next week? Why? That's next week.
That's right. I like how we know it. He doesn't.
That's why you went and got
Oh,
this phenomenal haircut.
Yes.
What's your plans for next week, Lukey boy?
Away to LA next week. Ciao.
LA.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Who's LA?
California dreaming on such a lovely day.
We almost got to the end today without him singing. It's close.
So Fraser, we'll do our best to be back next week.
I'll be
Well-
back next week.
Huh?
I'll be back next week.
Will you?
Yeah.
I thought you were away in LA.
Yeah, but not until next Thursday.
Oh, we'll
Oh,
be
well,
back next week then.
There we go.
Yeah!
Oh, I was worried for a second. Man. I thought we were finally going to get a replacement.
I know.
Yeah, not a chance.
All the viewers have just let out a collective sigh.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Look, you make this, man. You are the man.
Nothing to smile about in my life.
What's that?
That meme, nothing to smile about in my life.
So Scotland games to come. Looking
Yep.
forward to them, boys. Scotland, they're going to smash it, aren't they? I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I won't lie.
I'm a bit
Greece
nervous
have
too.
got some firepower. They've got some good players and
Christian Gecka.
Christian Kick. Yeah.
Cool.
They've
Yeah, in the centre to Kumpo.
I want to send it back, yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck them on.
Why not?
Last minute corner. Get the Antetokounmpo brothers on. Boom. 6'11", all 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's Joga Bonito.
Finito.
Finito. We all had it on to foretell. So episode 7's in the book.
Yep.
Right, it's been a pleasure, lads.
been a pleasure.
It has been, yeah.
Don't go changing.